The story begins with a group of explorers stumbling upon a woman encased in a massive iceberg, sparking curiosity among them. One of them urges his companion to inform the arcane court about the discovery, speculating that the ice likely dates back to the Ice Age. As the woman awakens from her frozen slumber, she muses over the possibility of having slept for thousands of years. Realizing that she might have overslept, the explorers soon learn that she is a former deity. Intrigued by the present era, she requests the explorers to fetch the finest player of the current age. The scene shifts to the bustling city of Ruin, where an announcer broadcasts the ongoing challenge of humans against 3 divine beings in a game of gods. Viewers from around the globe tune in as Theophilus, our protagonist, enters the city. Reflecting on his 6-month absence from Ruin, Faye notices the gods' game playing out on television screens across the city. As the apostles representing humanity struggle and ultimately lose all 3 rounds, Faye considers joining the fray as a challenger. However, he retreats upon being recognized by someone in the crowd, avoiding a potential mob gathering around him. Seeking refuge, Faye heads to the Arcane Court's branch office, where he receives a warm welcome from Miranda. Curious about his return, Faye inquires about the reason for Miranda's summons. She reveals that the girl Faye was searching for turned out to be a case of mistaken identity. Clarifying that the girl he sought had vibrant red hair, Faye expresses disappointment. Miranda acknowledges Faye's quest to find the girl who once taught him gaming skills, mentioning rumors of a similar individual. She insists on a private conversation and leads Faye to the 17th floor. During their ascent, Miranda discloses her intention for Faye to meet a particular girl, who apparently requested the presence of the era's most skilled player. Faye ponders the identity of this mysterious girl, and Miranda reveals that she's actually a deity. She recounts a peculiar incident from a year ago when a god, taking the form of a girl, was unearthed from permafrost and brought to their arcane court due to its proximity. Miranda elaborates that during a game of tag with humans, the god, hiding beneath the sea, inadvertently fell into a deep slumber, unwittingly traveling back in time to the Ice Age. Having unknowingly snoozed for the past 3,000 years, she now manifests as the avatar of flame in the guise of a dragon. Though her divine powers have waned, Miranda cautions against provoking her wrath, emphasizing her capacity to obliterate the city in an hour. Perplexed, Faye questions why they harbor such a perilous deed, to which Miranda explains their initial ignorance regarding her danger. Miranda assigns Faye the task of overseeing her, a revelation that catches him off guard. Guiding him to her quarters, Miranda expresses her curiosity about why the god remains present rather than returning to the elemental realm, emphasizing the need to tread carefully to avoid enraging her. Miranda deems Faye ideal for the role due to his invincibility, explaining that gods possess immense power capable of effortlessly decimating humans, hence the necessity for Faye's unique ability to endure. Entering the god's chamber, Faye is struck by the abundance of games adorning the room. He surmises that the deity must harbor a profound fondness for gaming. Curiosity piqued, he picks up a set of dice and casually rolls them, effortlessly predicting the outcome. Miranda, intrigued, questions the feat's authenticity, but Faye dismisses it as a simple sleight of hand. He reveals the trick behind it, explaining the technique of positioning the desired numbers facing up before the roll and executing a precise half-turn. As the god emerges from her bath, Faye is reminded of the girl who initiated him into the world of games. Miranda formally introduces Faye as the era's premier player, boasting 3 consecutive victories in the god games since his debut. She then presents the goddess Leche, leaving Faye in awe of her appearance. With Miranda's departure, Leche proposes a game between them. Faye suggests introductions first, but Leche insists that the game will serve as their introduction. She lays out cards for a game she devised during bouts of boredom, dubbing it Self-Intro Memory. Unlike traditional memory games, the pairs feature subjects and themes relevant to personal introductions. Should a card pairing with Faye's hometown be revealed, he must truthfully answer questions about it. If no match is made, no answer is required. Leche emphasizes the necessity of honesty as she shuffles the cards, preparing to commence the game. Faye requests Leche to reshuffle the cards since he already memorized their layout when she placed them on the table earlier. Leche is astonished by Faye's ability to retain card positions even after shuffling. She admires his integrity in wanting to play fairly against a god, expressing her fondness for him. Realizing the limited space on the table, Leche decides to levitate the cards, causing them to orbit continuously in a circular motion. Faye observes the cards moving at varying orbits and speeds, deducing that Leche added this challenge to prevent them from forgetting card positions once revealed. Leche introduces an additional rule, deviating from the standard memory game where matching pairs earn another turn. Faye anticipates the added complexity, but eagerly embraces the challenge. Taking his turn, Faye selects 2 cards, revealing hometown and blood type, but they fail to match. Faye wonders aloud if gods have blood types, prompting Leche to boast that her blood is as scorching as lava, capable of liquefying the building with a mere droplet. To learn more, Faye must draw the blood type card, which Leche playfully hints at. On her turn, Leche draws hometown and name cards, which don't form a match. Since Faye hasn't seen both hometown cards, he retrieves them, relying on his memory of their placement. Leche reveals she hails from the elements, a realm known to humans as the superior spiritual realm, where the gods reside. Accessing this realm requires a special spatial door, exclusive to humans. Miranda, monitoring the scene via camera, remarks on the gods' longing for amusement, which led them to grant humans horizons, enabling them to challenge gods to games. She outlines the 7 rules of the god games. 1. Humans bestowed with an arise become apostles. 2. Apostles can challenge gods to battles of wits using superhuman or magical ability. 3. All god games occur within the elements. 4. Arises can only be utilized within the elements. 5. Winning a god game grants apostles the ability to wield part of their arise in the real world, empowering them for venturing into the perilous, uncharted territories that comprise 93% of their world. 6. Apostles forfeit their playing rights after 3 losses. 7. After defeating a god 10 times, apostles attain a clear. Though the significance of this achievement remains uncertain, it warrants a celebratory event. Miranda points out that no human has ever achieved the feat of winning against a god 10 times until now. However, she believes that Faye might have what it takes to accomplish this remarkable feat. Faye expresses his surprise to Leche that she answers questions without hesitation, and she explains that it's just one of the rules of the game. Drawing 2 cards, she matches a pair of name cards and asks for Faye's name, to which he responds. Leche inquires if he has a nickname, but Faye admits he doesn't, realizing that matching cards related to a subject allows them to ask numerous questions about it. It's not a mere matching game. Strategy and wit are crucial, and foregoing certain cards can lead to victory. As they take turns, Leche draws a pair of blank cards, signifying she can pose any question she desires, a moment Faye had been waiting for. Leche exercises her authority and questions Faye about his true motive for getting closer to her. Faye, recognizing her formidable power, speculates that she might be a former god but just as potent as any other. He contends that having someone to play with makes the game more enjoyable, indicating they share the same motive. He admits he anticipated Leche seeing through Miranda's intentions, but he's content as long as they had a fun game together. Faye openly shares with Leche his intention to keep an eye on her, revealing Miranda's desire to uncover her true identity and motives. Leche acknowledges this, expressing appreciation for Faye's honesty and willingness to engage in the game with her. She admits her fondness for Faye and assures him that he doesn't need to maintain formality, as distance would detract from the enjoyment of their game. Faye, curious about her friendly demeanor, questions if it's appropriate, to which Leche responds by affirming his role in the game. She explains that the cards collected, dreams, hometown, and hobbies, reveal Faye's true objective, which isn't to defeat her but to learn more about each other. Faye agrees, clarifying that the essence of the game lies in discovering unknown aspects of one another. He rationalizes his strategy of not matching name cards, as it wouldn't yield new information, adhering to the rule that prohibits additional turns after matching cards. Leche then prompts him about the questions he would have asked if he had drawn the blank cards. Faye ponders if her response implies she'll answer his inquiry. Leche suggests her response hinges on the nature of the question. Seizing the opportunity, Faye inquires why she remains with them instead of returning to the elements, and why she selected him when there are more skilled apostles available. Leche reveals that she chose Faye because he's the only apostle to achieve 3 consecutive wins, a feat unmatched even by most seasoned rookies in the last century. She expresses her desire to clear the god games alongside him, explaining that she descended to the human realm to indulge in play but overlooked the fact that returning to godhood would be impossible afterward. Faye is taken aback by her admission of clumsiness, but Leche reassures him, emphasizing that she simply needs to secure 10 victories in the god games to reclaim her divine status. Curious about the rewards for winning, Faye learns that the gods will grant unlimited wishes to the victors. Astonished by the gods' generosity, Faye is reminded that no human has ever achieved this feat. Leche then guides Faye to a divine gate at the dive center, where she explains that she's been awaiting a human like him. They pass through the gate, arriving in the superior spiritual realm, where they encounter a towering stone god. Together, they engage in a game of hide and seek with the gods. This brings an end to our episode. If you enjoyed it, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel for more of this anime.